Kanye West almost needs no introduction. He's been regarded as like one of the community's almost best of the best when it comes to basically rap and music as a whole. He was basically almost everything that somebody would ever want to be when they ended growing up as a rapper. That would be until he kind of ended going on the low decline and started doing some really weird shit, such as like trying to interrupt in a Taylor Swift concert.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
And that he's going to be running for 2016 as president, and then almost try to do the exact same thing again.
And yes, as you probably could have guessed by this moment, I have decided in 2020 to run for president.
He had his iconic moment where he was going to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people.
I see good things about Hitler also. The Jew, I love everyone. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
And more recently, as of now, he's now potentially being addicted to neurosis from a dentist that isn't all that credible. Kanye's always kind of fascinating to me to like some extent, because I never always like paid that much attention to the guy. I only listened to like some of his songs like Stronger and Runaway even recently, as of like right now. But for the most part, he has kind of always been hearing from him, only just through his like controversies and a bunch of just the major things that he just ends up getting himself into, which just kind of leaves more just like questions than anything else. Like I think even like especially to like other Kanye fans, they're also like particularly confused as to why he keeps kind of like doing this a lot. Because recently, as of right now, Kanye's been going on the whole thing that was happening to him with the atrocious stuff, and how a bunch of people are saying that like his like own support team that Kanye has is essentially just letting him to just die no matter what. Like they're just letting him die officially because of it. And now, kind of a side quest that a lot of people have not exactly been talking about for the most part, ended up coming surfacing because my brother was the one who ended up informing me about this, and I looked into it a little bit, and it's just it hits all the check marks of like why I decided to make a video about it, which was because that a storage unit that is like claimed to be belonging to Kanye, because it has a bunch of Kanye like memorabilia, ended up getting claimed by a TikTok user by the name of LockerBlocker20, who are a group of like storage unit hunters. And they ended up taking claim to all of his stuff and a bunch of like cases and a like just whole bunch of like treasure trove of just Kanye like stuff, and they essentially just showed it all on like their TikToks, and you can very much see a lot of the stuff is like either like could be confirmed already, because like a lot of people at least were like recognizing some of the stuff that were even there. It was basically just like a whole like reference of like what the other stuff that was like, you know, in this like cases that they end up obtaining for themselves.
Whoa!
Grammys.
What?
Look at that.
Holy shit! Damn. You sure? What is this? What? Holy crap! Look at that one. Look at that one. Oh!
Whoa.
Whoa! What? The secret sauce? Holy crap. Twist top. The range. Look at this. Mics. Look at this, y'all. Thing. What is that?
Probably some performance costumes.
Guys, we're gonna need to know about this. Like, oh my god. What?
It was even almost out to the point where they're even selling a lot of this stuff out onto eBay for the most part, and especially for like a lot of the like computers. Yeah, so let me actually see exactly like a lot of this stuff like here, like even like this stuff like there's this, that like the camera, everything else, the laptop, Then we have like the actual stuff that was like the information of it. We got like this, and it's even claimed that like they haven't even went through the computer itself as well. So it's very intriguing as to whether or not what could actually even be on there. So you got like this, you got everything else out here. Like it is literally just they hold the secrets on this one. And look at this, $43,000 for this, like for a Yeezy desktop computer. It is actually insane on how much they end up getting a lot of this as well. Like it is crazy. Look, they even have like Kanye West's like original drawing pattern for the jumpsuit of the Gap Kanye storage room, which is like a whole bunch of this and like how you actually have to assemble the whole thing. I guess there's like the blueprints for it. And then we have the original design for the jacket helmet Lang entirely. Look at that Yeezy timesheet. We got a Yeezy timesheet right here, right now, people. This computer also I kind of find interesting as well because a lot of people, and these Kanye fans alike, are making a whole bunch of theories as to what's actually on the computer for the most part. And most of them are like coming to the like at least conclusion, at least in some way, shape, or form, that there's a message that's being left behind for Kanye in order to like help out as to whether or not he it's like what's happening to him for like the past like years and years of him like essentially just nosediving his career in some way, shape, or form. But also a lot of the people are also kind of begging to differ, and this is kind of the outcome I also kind of find hilarious because like it's probably not realistic, but it's just really funny to me because during release, because a lot of this stuff was from like 2017 to 2018, and at that time Kanye was a lot more of like he's into porn. I'm not saying he's like a actual like addict of the thing, but he was like very like influenced to porn. So it's also going to be very funny because as soon as someone very much is owning the computer, they are just going to like essentially have like a whole list of files that are just nothing but like different types of porn that Kanye's into. Like there's not even like any like messages that are like to help out here, not like a secret letter or anything else. Just nothing but like a whole shebang thing of just stuff that can just last you for like an entire year. You can literally find different like varieties in every single one of them.
Holy shit, dude, what's the matter? What happened? What's going on? There's so much porn!
Now, a lot of people and me were thinking that this has to be illegal in some way, shape, or form because there's just no way you could just claim a storage unit and just say that it belongs to you without getting some consequences, especially for someone as big of a celebrity as Kanye. But there is a little bit more to these storages than I actually kind of thought there was, because there actually exists of storage unit auctions. This actually means that when a customer fails to pay for the locker rent or simply it just abandons the property, the owner of the storage company will arrange to sell the units for an effort to cover the losses. However, bidders don't actually know what's actually inside the locker, so they actually don't even know what they're going to be getting. They're just end up bidding on a locker, and they just have to kind of like guess as to what's behind door number 1. So it's very likely that Locker Blocker 20 very much bid on one of the unit lockers, and they just end up getting lucky, and they just won the Powerball, and they just ended up getting all of like Kanye stuff, and they were just basically giddy with joy. They were basically like a kid with a Happy Meal.
Whoa!
Grammys.
What? Holy crap. Scuba sock. These are like his duffel bags. So here's a bunch of music equipment. I'm hoping all this, here's what we're hoping. We're hoping all this, holy crap, that's huge. All this music, like it might not be the one, but like the one, you know?
The style.
See the neck? And then look at the neck. Bye! It's like some kind of shirt they started on. What do you call this? Like pre-production?
Yeah.
Maybe this is like the shirt. This is like definitely... He's got it cut like crop top style and then the sleeves cut. Oh. So freaking hot, dude. What?
So this is the photo booth.
Okay, part of the
This
photo
is
booth.
the printer for it, or else hopefully it's the CPU that's got pictures stored in it. I was hoping.
Okay.
Ooh, that would be cool. Look at these guys, Sunday service. The white ponchos. Does it say it on the box?
Yeah.
Got about 100 of these. What are they? Season 2?
Yeah, Yeezy season 2.
Season 2 catalogs.
We got season 1 too.
And season 1, he says. Holy sheesh, look at this. What?
I also want to make sure I state this for the record that a lot of it has been unconfirmed as to whether or not that this is like a whole bunch of like Kanye's actual stuff for the most part, at least, you know, allegedly, because even if there are stuff in there that would say otherwise, such as like, you know, the stuff with the locker as a prototype of like one of his merch sales, at least back then, the computer that very much had both a username and a password, and as well as a whole bunch of other stuff that's like his outfits and like stage performances that were, you know, there, like the costumes. It could be a case that like it was his stuff, or at least some of his team members put this stuff in there and like they just did not know, or like he didn't need it anymore. Like, it could always be the case that it was always a lot more simpler. Although it's been speculated as to whether or not Kanye actually owned the storage unit or he didn't, there is one person that has a connection to Kanye that's like a lot more interested to the storage unit itself, being Mike Dean, who was a previous producer for Kanye until the both of them ended up getting beef all the way back in 2022. Mike Dean would end up leaving a comment onto the original video saying that if there was any Mike Dean cases in there, with Lockabar saying that there were basically none to be found, though Mike is still planning to make more comments about this later down the line. I wanted to talk about this a little bit because it was just by far just a wild thing that only Kanye could just kind of like ever do, and like he's not even remotely included into the story. He's kind of just more just like a question mark at the moment, and he's been dealing with other stuff as of now, so who knows, maybe some of this will end up happening, or maybe this is again just like one of those side quests that are just not going to be fulfilled. But hey, I mean, I'm talking about this whole thing, and I kind of got my interest into the whole thing, and wanted to know exactly what ended up happening. So yeah, that's basically all there is to it. Bye bye.